Hello everybody, my name is Spartori and welcome back to, I'd say Risk of Rain, but what I'm doing here isn't specifically about Risk of Rain. I think I want to take this and just kind of use this as a platform to talk and sort of update you guys. It's been a couple months, I think 2 months since I've last uploaded. And I've had a lot of things happen, and I just wanted a way to sort of keep you guys updated and on the loop, and also get me back into the groove of things while also still, making something fun. So I'm essentially just going to talk and ramble while playing Risk of Rain in the background. And if that's something you're even mildly interested in, feel free to stick around and hang out. This may become a more consistent, I don't know if that's the right word, but reoccurring platform with how I communicate with you guys. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I've already had some ideas, and I'll probably get into them a bit later, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So, God, where do I begin? Like I said, it's been a couple months. So, and even before my last upload, my schedule had gotten a little sporadic. That was due to the fact that I have moved. I don't know if you can tell just based off of my microphone sound. I don't know if it's that different, but I moved across the country. I live in the US. Don't make me regret telling you that. It's a big country. And I used to live in the middle around Utah area, and I moved like all the way up the East Coast. And so that was a big change for sure. So I took a lot of time to make sure I had that prep, doing overtime at work to make sure I had enough money for the move. Renting trailers, getting everything packed up, having final goodbye parties, the such. So it took a back burner there, and then I actually moved in. I got to my new place on the 1st of this month, which is May. I'm hoping to have this video out before the end of the month. So it's currently May 28th. It's been just actually exactly 4 weeks since I've been here, and it's been different. It's been interesting. I've had to get a new job. That's been its own struggle. Outside of that, the usual stuff moving in, I didn't have a lot of things. This is my first time being out on my own, so I've had to adjust to a lot of different things moving. I'm now in charge of my own internet, which is weird. Like for the first week I had no internet, and then I got my internet box and that didn't work at all. That might be its own story. We'll see. Just moving more into adult life, it's been a change and stabilizing. And outside of that, I've been doing other things that you'd maybe associate with moving. After I got into the apartment, I didn't have there was no furniture or anything that came with it, so I scrounged around on the marketplace and found a couch and a desk. I now have a standing desk, so fingers crossed that I could do maybe some VR content with hopefully able to get a new VR headset and be able to stand and hook it up to my computer. That would be fun. That's something I'd like to do more of. I'd like to do some VR chat and interact with people, but also do maybe D&D things in there or VR games. I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep that in our back pocket and see what comes of that. So I've moved. I've got furniture. I finally hunkered in a little bit. I've still got I had to get a storage unit for some stuff that I didn't want to get rid of, but it takes up space, and I live in a studio apartment, so space is limited. And then I've still got some totes that have stuff that I want to pull out. I just don't have literal shelf space for it. So that's in its own process. Other than that, I'm practically moved in. I've got all my things. I'm excited to get back into the doing of YouTube. I guess we could talk about that. That's probably why most of you are here, is my YouTube. I will be getting back into the swing of things. I'd like to return to my like bi-weekly videos. Bi-weekly in the sense of twice a week, not once every 2 weeks. So I'm gonna try to resume the Monday, Thursday schedule that I had going on, where probably Mondays I'll upload just some video, whether it's like me hanging out with friends or a one-off game, something like that. And then Thursdays I'm gonna dedicate to a series. So currently right now I've got a couple ongoing series on the channel that I want to clear up. I have In Sound Mind that I believe I've got the next episode or two already recorded back from before I moved that I still need to edit. And then we Were Here. I played that with Cam. I think I've still got like 1 or 2 more episodes worth of our second recording session of that I would like to, or was that our first recording? Did we circle back to that? I can't even remember. I'd have to double check. I feel like we've done 2 recording sessions of that, but it's possible that maybe we've only done 1 session of it and I've split it in multiple videos. But yeah, so In Sound Mind, We Were Here. There's the Undertale series that I also still have some stuff that's done. I just got to record or edit it and get it out there. So plenty of stuff in the pipe works. I've just got to get off my butt and do something. Hence why I'm doing this. This is something very low stakes, very easy. It'll probably be a shorter video than usual. Yeah, expect that to get back in the groove. And then as I get more on top of it again, I will probably I'd like to start doing more episodes or more videos a week, but that will entirely depend on if I've got the time to do it. Currently I should, because my job has me only working anywhere from like 5 to 8 hours a day. 8, I'm lucky if I get 8, honestly. So I want to dedicate any extra time back into this to do more. Expect, well, maybe don't expect, but anticipate, hope for more YouTube more videos in the future. But for now, I want to stick to consistently uploading a series on 1 day of the week and then doing something else that's either with friends or its own one-off game. Like a game about a wizard, I think is what it was called. It was a really fun game. Or yeah, just smaller indie games. I'd love to play more of those. I do really enjoy those. Those are fun experiences. Let's see, what else do we got going on? On the content route, streams, those have been far and few between. I have streamed a couple times since moving, so you know, if you want to see more of me or curious what's going on, catch me on streams. I don't have a schedule for those at the moment. I'm currently playing with the idea of doing Fridays consistently. I will lock that in more as I understand my schedule more. But yeah, we'll see. Might not be this upcoming Friday if I even have this video out by then, just because I do work this Friday. Normally I don't. That's why I'm opting to maybe make that the normality, just because I'm not as caught up on those days. And Fridays seem like a good stream day. I will have to see, because obviously I'd want to do it around a time where people are available, but that's also may be around like when we do it. Me and friends get to bed together for like a movie night or D&D or something. So it may be earlier in the day that my Fridays will, or my streams will be. Again, I'll kind of confirm that a bit more once I know a bit more. I guess I could circle back to this platform and the sense of like doing things on like doing these, I don't know what you call it, not a voiceover, because I'm talking to you while playing, though depending on the format I may just ramble and then put Risk of Rain in the background, or some other games, I don't know. I just, having a game I think is going to keep me more focused than just like staring at the screen or staring blankly into my room. That being said, yeah, I've got to talk with Cam. I don't think it's any secret at this point, but Cam, Cookie, Tyler, Cody, and then Dusty and I do D&D. We like to play D&D. We're a bunch of D&D nerds. And for a couple months now, we had been recording our D&D sessions with the intent of putting them up for a podcast. And Cam was the one mostly spearheading that, but we did, like, me, Cookie, and I believe even Tyler, like, everybody that was directly involved with this campaign were recording their own perspectives. So there's copies and versions out there. Cam's corrupted. He had a whole like hard drive with everything on it, and we're not sure if he's gonna have access to it. I think I'll know here soon. I'm gonna ask him about it very soon. My proposal to him and to all of you is, if that doesn't happen, I want to still put that media out there. I still want to tell that story, especially maybe at least just up to the point of where we can catch you guys up. So my thought process is, we'd started our recordings mid-session anyways, but if I'm gonna do this the way that I'm thinking we're gonna do it, I could essentially recap the whole series up to this point, kind of like if any of you have seen Dingo Doodles and her recap of her D&Ds. I don't remember what her world's called, but she has a recap. Highly recommend it. Very enjoyable. And I would love to do something like that if we can't just produce the podcast. And even if like Cam does recover his things and we're able to produce it as a podcast anyways, I'd still like to go and do like an overview of what happened up to that point. So let me know in the comments things that you'd recommend for that, or things that maybe some other YouTubers do, content that's similar to that you have recommendations, or yeah, just ideas of how to pull off a format like that where like it wouldn't be, I wouldn't want to label it as a like me telling a story. Like I would be telling the story, but I don't feel confident enough in my writing skills to say that it would be like a dramatic telling. It would more be like cliff notes of what's happened with slightly more explanation, maybe a little of voiceover, but most of it would probably just be told like third person, me retelling the events, maybe even giving some insight to what happened as players in the background. But yeah, that's, I don't know. Let me know what you think and suggestions, recommendations on how I can make that enjoyable for you as a viewer and or listener, because the other benefit of doing it like a voiceover like this is I could still put it somewhat as a podcast, or at least just like people could listen to it in the background of YouTube and be able to listen to this story that I think needs told. It's a very good story that Cam has put together for us. I want to put that story out there. Even if Cam's files corrupt, I still want to do something with that. And like I said, potentially get us back on track to do the podcast, because we are still far from the end of this campaign, and there's going to be so much more emotions and times and stories to be told with this campaign. And I think, like, obviously we can enjoy it outside of YouTube, but I would love to share that with the world and have you all be a part of that. So that's a thing. Outside of that, what other things do I have to talk about or ramble about? Circling back to the streams, for things that you want to see me stream or games that you recommend to that are like interesting or good to play on stream, let me know. I'd very much open to a lot of ideas. For the first month or so, I might not be doing anything directly recommended unless I have I already have that game, purely just because I'm not quite in a spot where I can be purchasing new games, but that's its own discussion. Stream ideas, like concepts, like there is a specifically tied to Risk of Rain. There's like a Risk of Rain mod that lets chat interact and choose events that will happen to me while playing. If that's something you want to see, let me know. If there's other things where it's like, I play this game, but every time chat hits X goal, I have to do this, or specific challenges, Skyrim, but I can't heal, and doing stuff with that. So stuff that you would want to watch on a stream, and also maybe if it's entertaining enough, I would love to make them their own videos that could go up onto the channel, or even have like maybe a separate channel that my stream stuff goes up onto. I did actually, since being in my new place, we did it was American Trucking Simulator, but I got drunk like a quarter of the way through. I remember it being very fun. I'm gonna go back and check the VOD, but that will probably end up being some small fun YouTube video, so keep an eye out for that. So anything streamed, I'm gonna try and I shouldn't say try, but I'm not against turning streams into videos if they are entertaining enough, or if they have a funny enough premise. I've been seeing that from a lot of YouTubers that I watch, like Doug or Puffer, where they initially stream it and then it later becomes a video. I think that's a really fun way of doing it, but I've never tried that before. I don't know how quality will be. I don't quite have the power to be able to record and stream at the same time, so it would have to just be editings of the stream that I can pull off of Twitch once they're done. But those would be videos I'm very interested in making, and so I hope you get to see those. As far as community goals, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for, I've been semi-consistently, I know I took a pretty large hiatus, but I've been doing YouTube for the better part of a year now, consistently, which is awesome. We also, I believe during my hiatus, surpassed 500 subscribers, which is pretty good. That's awesome. Actually, I love to see that. I love that growth. And I think we're already at 700 or something. So I'm on pace to probably be at 1,000 in the next month or two, and I want to do something fun for that. I don't have anything planned currently, but I'll workshop some ideas. And again, if you guys have any ideas, put them in the comments, and let me see them, and I will take them into consideration. Maybe I'll do that, or work off of it and see what we can do. But I want to do something for 1,000 because that's pretty big. Let's find a way to celebrate that. 1,000 is no number to scoff at, and I want to celebrate you guys. Probably will put some more time and effort into is doing socials, just because I need to put myself out there and get myself, I don't know if exposed is the right word, but I guess so. I need to get some more exposure, so get out there, put my name out there. So I've got to figure out what that takes as far as doing and or keeping up with a TikTok, how to make funny videos and make them so that people actually want to watch them. Once again, circling back to streams, I don't know if I ever stopped talking about streams, and apologies, this whole video is gonna just be probably random cut to messes because I can't keep a train of thought. Friday, as I'd mentioned, Friday is gonna try to be the consistent day, but I'm also just gonna try to, like, me and some friends get together on Tuesdays. It's just a general hangout, and I've streamed those before in the past, and I'll probably try to get back into the groove of streaming those again. So expect Tuesday to also perhaps be a regular stream day with friends. Fridays may be solo stream days, whereas perhaps Tuesday will be a day that I've got others with me. We're all hanging out. So if you are more interested in that, those would probably happen around, they're usually around 8 or 9 Eastern time. So plan accordingly. I will be better about putting those out on like Blue Sky and TikTok maybe. I don't know if TikTok's the place for like stream announcements, but I'll also make posts on YouTube just to like let you guys know when streams are happening. So keep an eye out for those if you're wondering where I am, what I'm going to be doing next. I'm also going to be doing more community posts, trying to figure out like decisions on games or stream times, game streams. So if you want to be more involved and have a say on what's going on with the channel, what's happening, watch out for those social posts, because that will probably be one of your best ways of getting to directly interact outside of chatting in streams and commenting on YouTube videos. I do watch everything. I keep a hold on, or I keep an eye on everything. I like to stay in touch with the community, so just know that if you ever want to say anything, literally put anything just anywhere in the comments or on my socials. I will see it, I will read it, but also know that at the same time, don't be mean. I'll see it, I'll read it, I will cry. I don't know, I'm gonna just keep playing this run. Once I'll just run till I get to Mythic, and then I don't know, just defeat him. And anything else that comes to mind I will say, and then if I can't think of anything, you'll know it's over when you see the Mythic death. So we've turned slightly into a let's play, but a lot of this was just rambling about YouTube stuff, and a lot of it probably will still get cut. Like even now, you might just see me cut straight to Mythic. And yeah, I don't know, we're experimenting here. And we're putting things out there. Oh, never mind. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I have the Dios. Jesus Christ. All right, get me out of here. Get in the ship. Ah. Peace. And yeah, that's mostly just an update. What's going on? General gist of things in case you didn't listen or you just want something to quickly reference. I'm gonna be doing more content. Maggie be gooby. Gonna be getting back into the groove of things of videos Monday and Thursday. Try to have those out by the morning. And streams Tuesday and Friday. Anything outside of that, I might do some more streams and or videos as I get up on things and as I get a head start. But that's the major gist. Thank y'all so much for coming in, saying hi, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.